Hey guys, welcome to my channel. How's everyone doing today? So today's video is going to be fun. I'm going to use a palette that nobody likes except for me. It is the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes Palette. This palette across the board, you guys, was not received well by the general public, and let me show it to you up close, but I feel like Urban Decay just did not market this very well, like at all, and I kind of feel like it's a misunderstood palette. But I did feature this palette in my top 20 favorite eyeshadow palettes. It came out at the end of 2020. Yeah, the end of 2020, and I used the heck out of it in 2021. I just figured out how to use it. They do have two mattes in here. I think this one's called Antidote and this one's called Hex. And then you've got a semi-matte here. What are you called? This one, yeah, it's called Good Karma. And then this one's Third Eye, which I think is a satin. That's what they say. And then you've got these 8 kind of speckled, marbleized shadows in here, and they are supposed to have this is where Urban Decay went a little cray-cray with it. It's supposed to have you know, I'm just gonna start to go with it. I'm gonna take this color right here. I'm gonna start to put it in the as the transition. This is Antidote. And by the way, you guys, this was a request from Eva. She's from the UK. She has this palette and has been uninspired by it, so she asked me to do a video, so here I am. They said that these like marbled, speckled marble shades had like tourmaline in it or some kind of stone that wards off bad energy. Well, I'll tell you what, Urban Decay, opposite of what you said, because because the bad vibes came with this palette because nobody liked it. But anyways, I'm gonna use this as a transition, and this pigment right here, very soft. As you can see, blending really nicely. But when this palette first came out, I feel like Urban Decay was the kind of the pioneers in these like shape-shifting for a mainstream company. I'm not talking about the indie brands. The indie brands have it when it came to these like speckled, kind of marbleized pigments that kind of shifted in color. Indie brands been doing it for a long time. So when Urban Decay came out with this was something totally different for like the mainstream. And it just flopped. It flopped big time because, you know, that tourmaline or whatever it is, you know, supposed to ward off bad energy. It's like makeup. Stay in your own lane. Like, we don't need you to market us anything but good makeup, okay? Which you failed miserably. All right, so I'm gonna go into this color right here. It's called Hexed, and I'm gonna start to put that in the crease here. But I think that, like I said, Urban Decay had a brave move and jumped on the indie brand bandwagon with these shape-shifting colors. And because now all the mainstream companies have them. I mean, like, it's a dime a dozen, you guys. They just did it better than Urban Decay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to poo-poo on Urban Decay. They tried. Anyways, all right, other eye. You know, when I saw this palette in Ulta for the first time, you know, at the end of 2022 or at the end of 2020, I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't know anything about how, you know, the way that they marketed it and the warding off energy and blah, 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 and tourmaline, this, whatever, crystal. I just saw this palette and I thought, oh my gosh, those pigments are really beautiful. These 8, you know, shape-shifting, marbleized pigments. I looked at it just visually very beautiful and didn't really know anything about the palette at all. All right, so I'm gonna go into Third Eye. I'm gonna start to darken up the outer V a little bit. This is a pigment that a lot of people find hard to use, and you know, maybe it is hard to use, but I feel like deep purples like this are always hard to use, like for me anyways. So I'm gonna put this in the outer V here, and let's see, kind of on the outer. And with this particular pigment, I'm gonna tap. I'm tapping because my eyes are so hooded, and because this particular pigment has a little bit of attitude. Who doesn't, right? I don't know. But I have loose skin also, so tapping sometimes is a little bit better than rubbing for me, because when I rub, my loose skin goes with that rubbing, so you can get an uneven application. But so far, this is looking decent. This is looking really nice. I have no complaints so far with this. But anyways, I forgot to introduce myself, you guys. My name is Carrie and I love makeup. Please subscribe to my channel if you like my content. And for those of you who already subscribed, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. I have the best subscribers, so thank you very much. All right, let's do that on the other side here. I was gonna ask you guys, okay, so this eye, I'm having a little bit more trouble with this particular eye than I did this eye, but you know, this eye is shaped totally different from this eye, so I'm gonna just keep tapping and see if I can get this blended out. And I'm going in with a real soft hand. As you guys can tell, I'm tapping off as well with that third eye color. But I was gonna ask you guys if you wanted me to do something like I did with my summer series. So I did like a series, I think I did 4 or 5 videos where it was like summer series, a peach look, or summer series like bronze and golden. I have a ton of palettes, eyeshadow palettes that I have not used yet. And I think, and I've written them down. I've got 2 Natasha Denona mini palettes. I think I got the Zendo and the Retro. I've got 4 Morphe palettes that I haven't used. 1 Essence palette. I think it's the Salute Paris. I've got Odin's Eye Cat's Breath that I haven't even used yet. You guys, these are things that I buy and I haven't used them. I have 3 or 4 ColourPop palettes. What else do I got? I got a Jason Wu eyeshadow palette. You guys know I love his lip products, but I have I have an eyeshadow palette that I haven't used. I have the Kylie Jenner bronze palette that I haven't used. I have BH Cosmetics, a little quad. I think it's called Iceland. I have that I haven't used. I have the Huda Beauty 9-pan palette. I think it's called khaki something or another, khaki something. It's her green one, the 9-pan. And then I have some other like lingering palettes that I just have not touched. So I'm wondering, would you guys like me to do something like a summer series, but not call it summer series, but use palettes that I haven't used before? Is that something that would be an interest to anyone? Okay, so I'm gonna take that fluffy brush again that we used Antidote, or that I used Antidote on. I'm not gonna do any more pigment, but I am gonna blend out. Gonna blend. And you know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna add some more pigment to this. I'm gonna go into Antidote and I'm gonna take it underneath the lower lash line. And I'm debating on doing either one, kind of like 2 different eye looks, but I have a birthday party. My son has a little girl's birthday party to go to. So I'm like, I don't know, do I want to go out in public where lots of people are going to see me with 2 different types of eyeshadows? I don't know. Anyways, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I do. So anyways, going back to my question about the palette, it's like I have all this makeup. You guys, I also, I don't even want to admit this, but I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette that I purchased from TJ Maxx, like, I don't know, a year or 2 ago, and I still didn't even touch it. Don't judge me. So let's go into this color right here. It's called Good Karma. I'm gonna highlight the brow bone. And I think I'm gonna put that Good Karma also on my eyelid here. Yeah. Ooh, tap it out a little bit, got on that purple. Okay. I'm trying to come up with a clever name though. I don't want to call it summer series. I'm just not good at coming up with clever names for things. So anyways, comment below if you want to see that. I'm going to take a little bit of the brush that I use Third Eye on. No more pigment. I'm just going to kind of stamp it out here. Maybe take whatever's left over underneath. Let's get into some of these beautiful marbleized, whatever Urban Decay called them, beautiful shimmers. Now you have to use a glitter glue. Okay, I know that there's a lot of people who don't want to use a glitter glue or a mixing medium or whatever, but with this particular palette, it is a must. And you guys know I'm constantly using glitter glue all the time. I always like to err on the side of caution because the glitter glue does, I'm just gonna put it all over my eye here. This particular glitter glue dries down clear, so you can put it really all over the place. No one's gonna know. But anyways, lost my train of thought. Oh, this happens to me too often, you guys. I don't know. What was I just talking about? Oh, a lot of people don't want to use glitter glue, but I always, like I said, I err on the side of caution because, all right, I'm going into this jade color. I'm just gonna use my finger. It's a really beautiful green color. I like to use the glitter glue because it helps to prevent the fallout, but it also keeps the pigment from flaking all over my skin throughout the day. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. All right, so I'm just taking it all over the eye. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that sparkle, but it's sparkly. I'm gonna bring it up and over. Oops, I got a little bit too much in that inner corner. That's okay because I'm gonna add a different color to that inner corner. All right, let's go to the other eye. But it also, the glitter glue kind of helps to bring more of the pigment out. You get a better color payoff with it. Anyways. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to go with the same colored eyes. I kind of did it by mistake. Because, you know, I start talking and I'm just gone. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Tiger's Eye. Take a real dense, like small domed brush. And I'm going into Tiger's Eye. And I'm going to start to apply that in the inner corner, and I'm going to bring it up and over and on the inner lid a little bit. I am tapping off because it is chunky. So let's see if I just, hopefully I don't need to use any more glitter glue, but I'm tapping to kind of keep that pigment right there. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. Now I'm going to bring it up and over a little bit right here. And I'm going to bring it right here, up and over. And the more you rub, the sparkly it is looking, at least to me anyways. I hope that you guys can see that. To me, it looks stunning. All right, so I'm going to take the same brush, but I'm going to kind of wipe off that Tiger's Eye. I'm going to go into this one right here. It's called Opal Aurora. I'm going to do the same thing on this eye in the inner corner and in the inner lid and bring it up and over just like I did on this side with the Tiger's Eye. And these are a little bit hard pressed in, so I just have to, you know, work it up a little bit. And then tap off. Guys, I hope you guys can see. Okay, I'm going to tap. Whoa, that is like super pigmented. And you can kind of see the blue in there. This here, so this pigment right here, Ojo, I don't know what this is. Ojo would be great on the whole lid, Eva, or anybody else who's watching this. And then with this pigment here on top, that would be beautiful. Let's bring this up and over. I'm doing very soft hands. Okay. Oh man, that is so beautiful. I can see flecks of purple, silver. I see a little bit of blue in there. I hope you guys can see it also. But the more I blend it, the shinier. Oh my gosh, it looks just so beautiful. I hope that you guys can see this. I don't think I need to blend anymore. I think it looks really good, but I am gonna take that third eye color, that darker purple. I'm just gonna kind of stamp out right here. I keep thinking I'm seeing a bare spot, but it might be my imagination though, you guys. Because I see things in my mirror because of my light totally different than I see it, or how you guys are gonna see it, because I see how you see it when I'm doing my editing. So I don't know if any of that made sense to you, but anyways. All right, so before we move on to mascara, I'm gonna tightline. I have a black, just a black Pacifica Kohl pencil. This stuff works really, really good. I'm gonna tightline the tops and the bottoms. Okay guys, the tight lining is done. I'm gonna go in with mascara. I'm going in with the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational. Fabulous stuff. Probably one of the best drugstore mascaras. Underneath the Essence Princess Lash Mascara, that's a good one too. This is like, I don't know, $10 or $12. And then the Essence is like $5. Okay guys, the eyes are done. I had no trouble with these shades right here, these shimmery marbled shades with using a glitter glue. I have very little fallout on my face, so we can move on to the lips. I'm going in with the Pat McGrath Labs. This is a lip pencil called Buff. I always feel like I put my lipstick and my pencil and my glosses on so different from all the other YouTubers, because they all have like these beautiful giant fake lips that I envy. I think they're so pretty, and I'm like, gosh, their lipstick goes on so perfect. But you know. All right, this, I'm using the Pat McGrath lipstick in, this is Skin Flicks. Very beautiful. And then I'm gonna top it with the Pat McGrath Labs Opulus Lip Gloss. This is in Coral Liaison. Beautiful. Okay guys, it's time for me to show you the final look. Okay guys, this makeup look is complete. This is using the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes Palette, a palette that nobody likes, but I still stand by my opinion that this is one of my favorite palettes of all time. And like I mentioned before, I had no trouble blending out these marble shades here while using a glitter glue. If you don't have a glitter glue, then use something wet, you know, spray your brush with a setting spray or a priming spray, or just with a little bit of water. But Eva, I hope that this video did you justice. I hope that you liked this video. You guys, comment below. Does anybody else have this palette? What do you think of this palette? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with the general public? Yeah, comment below. Tell me what you think. And please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.